Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt something was off? Like the mask they wear is starting to slip, revealing a deeper truth they're trying desperately to hide? In a world full of veiled intentions and subtle deceit, understanding someone's true nature isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. What if I told you that by observing just 5 simple signs, you could unmask the essence of anyone's character? Today, we will uncover the timeless wisdom that Stoic philosophers have used for centuries to see through pretenses and connect with the raw truth of humanity. Are you ready to pierce the veil and see the world as it truly is? Number 1. Their reaction to adversity. Adversity is life's ultimate test, a crucible that reveals the essence of who we are. According to the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. When challenges strike, observe how someone reacts. Do they face difficulty with composure, seeking solutions, or do they crumble, blame others, and lash out? A Stoic knows that hardships are not punishments but opportunities to exercise virtue, patience, resilience, and self-control. As Marcus Aurelius advised, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. A person's ability to transform obstacles into growth shows the depth of their character. They understand that failure is not something to avoid, but something to embrace as a teacher. It is in adversity where the character of an individual is truly tested and where their true nature shines through. Consider this. When someone faces failure or loss, do they carry themselves with quiet dignity, or do they let their emotions spiral into chaos? Those who allow destructive emotions, anger, envy, or despair to take over reveal their lack of inner discipline. They show you they are ruled by externals rather than guided by reason and virtue. A true Stoic would remind themselves that external events cannot touch their inner peace unless they allow them to. They seek to remain centered, using every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more virtuous. This is why observing someone in moments of adversity is so powerful. Their true colors are not in what they say, but in how they act when the world isn't on their side. As Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests brave men." Their response to life's cruel tests will unveil whether they possess the courage, patience, and fortitude necessary to transcend the storm. The Stoic understands that adversity is not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced, because it is in the crucible of hardship where character is forged. So, ask yourself, are you surrounded by individuals who thrive under pressure, or those who falter when life demands fortitude? By observing their response to adversity, you'll uncover who they truly are and whether they belong in your inner circle. True strength lies not in how we appear in easy moments, but in how we stand tall when the world seeks to knock us down. Number 2. Their integrity in the smallest actions. Stoicism teaches us that integrity is not a grand gesture, but the small everyday actions that reflect our true character. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, constantly reminded himself that the smallest acts matter: how we treat others in private, how we act when no one is watching, and how we align our actions with our principles. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, he said. Integrity is not something that can be selectively applied. It's a constant, underlying force that shapes our every action. This is where most people fail to reveal their true nature, through the mundane and unnoticed moments of life. Watch how someone behaves when no one is looking. Do they take responsibility for their actions, or do they shift the blame to others? Do they show courtesy to those they deem insignificant, or do they only treat the powerful with respect? These small actions betray much more than any grand proclamation of values. True character is built through the accumulation of small choices, the quiet decisions that others may never notice. The Stoic must act with virtue, regardless of circumstance, driven by a code of personal integrity. For the Stoic, a man is only as good as the purity of his actions, whether he is in the public eye or alone in his thoughts. For instance, when a person constantly cuts corners, lies about trivial matters, or shows a lack of respect to others, it's not the big lies that reveal their character. It's the consistency of these smaller choices that form the foundation of their integrity. A Stoic knows that their personal code is not something that can be turned on and off depending on the situation. If they are willing to compromise in small, seemingly insignificant matters, they show a weakness in their character. If they fail to treat others with respect, even in small ways, they reveal that they are not truly living in alignment with virtue. By acting with integrity in the smallest actions, we build a life of honor and consistency. It is only through this unyielding commitment to virtue that we can begin to reveal our true self. When you observe someone, do they act with the same integrity when no one is watching as they do when they are in the spotlight? Their actions, both in public and private, will reveal the depths of their character. The true Stoic is someone whose integrity remains unchanged, regardless of the circumstances. Their actions are a reflection of their inner values, and they never compromise on what is right. Number 3, their ability to accept criticism. The true test of a person's character often comes when they are criticized. In a world filled with egos and fragile self-worth, how someone reacts to constructive feedback is a mirror to their inner strength, or lack thereof. According to the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This truth is at the core of Stoicism. A wise individual welcomes criticism as a tool for self-improvement. When someone is criticized, do they become defensive, hostile, or dismissive? Or do they listen carefully, assess the validity of the feedback, and take the opportunity to reflect on how they can improve? The Stoic responds to criticism not with anger or shame, but with a calm mind, seeking wisdom in the other person's perspective. Marcus Aurelius, too, advised us to be indifferent to what makes no difference, meaning, do not be moved by the opinions of others unless they can help you grow. Criticism, when taken with a clear and rational mind, can be a great ally. But many are quick to defend their ego, unable to accept any form of criticism without feeling personally attacked. Their response often comes from a place of insecurity, a fear of being exposed. Those who react poorly to criticism reveal an insecure soul. Their ego is fragile, and they are unwilling to acknowledge their flaws. These people are driven by external validation rather than internal growth. The true Stoic, on the other hand, views criticism as a pathway to self-betterment. They know that no one is perfect, and embracing critique is part of becoming stronger. They do not internalize it as an attack, but rather as an opportunity to refine themselves. In fact, the Stoic welcomes criticism from those they trust because they understand that it holds the key to their improvement. The greatest minds of history have always been open to learning from others, especially when it comes from a place of care. When you witness how someone handles criticism, look for their ability to stay composed, take accountability, and use the feedback to refine their character. This will tell you all you need to know about their true nature. Do they possess the courage to face their own flaws and strive to become better? Or do they run from the mirror of self-reflection? Number 4, their control over emotions. In Stoicism, the ability to master one's emotions is a sign of true strength. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The uncontrolled rise of anger, fear, or anxiety reveals a lack of inner discipline and a mind enslaved by external forces. The true Stoic, however, is the master of their emotions, recognizing that they are not slaves to the whims of their feelings, but rather they control them with reason and virtue. Observe how someone reacts in moments of intense emotion. Do they let their anger spiral into destructive behavior? Do they allow fear to paralyze their actions? Or do they pause, breathe, and respond with clarity, maintaining their composure no matter what storm rages around them? The Stoic faces every emotion as an opportunity to strengthen their resolve. As Marcus Aurelius taught, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When a person allows emotions like anger, frustration, or envy to control them, they reveal a mind that is far from tranquil. The more a person allows emotions like anger, frustration, or envy to control them, the more they show they have yet to master their own inner world. The true Stoic, on the other hand, does not suppress their feelings, but instead understands them as transient and under their control. They don't allow their emotions to dictate their actions or their character. When a situation calls for anger, they know it is not the anger itself, but their response to it that defines them. They understand that all emotions are momentary, and by not reacting impulsively, they transcend the chaos of external stimuli. When you see someone overwhelmed by their emotions, it is a clear sign that they have yet to master their inner state. On the other hand, those who can stay calm in the face of adversity, those who can step back from their emotional reactions and choose a more virtuous path, are the ones who have achieved a deeper level of control. These are the people who walk the Stoic path and reveal their true strength in moments of emotional turbulence. Number 5. Their consistency in principles. The foundation of Stoicism is unwavering consistency in the face of changing circumstances. A true Stoic does not waver based on the whims of the moment, nor do they let external forces dictate their actions. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To truly know a person, observe how consistent they are with their values, especially when it's difficult. When things are easy, anyone can follow their principles. But in times of temptation, when the rewards of deviation seem so tempting, the true nature of a person is exposed. Those who bend their principles to suit their desires or circumstances are not individuals of virtue, they are ruled by external influences. A true Stoic stands firm, regardless of the situation. If their code demands honesty, they will be truthful even when lying could yield greater personal gain. If their code demands fortitude, they will stand resolute, even in the face of fear. The Stoic understands that consistency is not just a moral choice, it is a source of inner peace. The alignment of one's actions with their deepest principles brings clarity, strength, and tranquility. When you observe someone, ask yourself, do they change their values depending on the situation, or do they stay true to their beliefs even when it's uncomfortable? The true Stoic will never compromise their integrity for temporary gain, because they understand that consistency in their principles is the pathway to freedom. By living in alignment with virtue, by acting with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, they build a life that is unshaken by the fluctuations of fortune. If you find yourself surrounded by people who shift their principles based on convenience, take heed. Their character is built on sand. But those who live according to the same unwavering moral code, regardless of circumstance, are the ones who will remain steadfast even in life's greatest storms. They reveal their true nature not in moments of success, but in moments of consistency and courage in the face of challenge. The true colors of a person are not hidden in their words or superficial gestures. They are revealed in their actions, under pressure, in the face of adversity, and in the quiet moments when no one is watching. By observing how someone responds to challenges, handles criticism, controls their emotions, and remains true to their principles, you gain a window into their soul. The Stoics believed that it is not external circumstances that define us, but our response to them. And through these principles, we can learn not just to see others for who they truly are, but to cultivate the same depth of character within ourselves. As you move forward, remember that your strength lies in your ability to master yourself. The true power comes not from manipulating others, but from understanding them, so that you may protect yourself and navigate the complexities of human nature with wisdom and grace. Embrace the Stoic path, and you will see clearly both the world and yourself. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.